Horror will receive a much needed rejuvenation in 2017, and it all begins with Resident Evil 7. As a genre across movie, TV and games, it's proved harder to truly scare an audience. The whole culture is degraded into jump scares and terrifying looking abominations that seem other-earthly. While Res 7 is absolutely full of both of those things, there's an atmosphere and ambience in Capcom's reinvigoration of the franchise that has not only been absent in more recent installments, but from other intellectual properties for the last decade. And make no mistake about it, virtual reality is the secret ingredient. The game takes place 4 years after Resident Evil 6, and you play as brand new character Ethan Winters, who is on a mission to find his missing wife Maya. Suspected dead, Maya disappeared 3 years ago, and Ethan has only received videotapes which include some foreboding warnings. The main message, however, is clear. Do not, under any circumstances, go searching for her. So naturally, of course, Ethan doesn't listen and makes a trip to a twisted and terrifying mansion in the far-reaching backwater swamps where she was last spotted. There, Ethan learns some uncomfortable truths about his current location and the woman he thought to be out of his life forever. While this is the 7th numbered installment of Resident Evil, this will actually be the 27th entry into this epic franchise, and that includes spin-off games like Umbrella Corps and Operation Raccoon City. And while Rez has dabbled with first person before, this is the first time that it's worked this efficiently and effectively. No more of this awkward 360 turning or tank controls, it is now full free roam exploration through a decaying, haggard mess. And while you're not looking over the shoulder of your character, there's a level of tension in Res 7 that's been absent since Leon Kennedy went on the mission to find the president's daughter. Res 7 feels authentic compared to the original classic titles. You're exploring a huge mansion, you're running away from terrifying enemies, you're peeling back the layers of a wider conspiracy, getting to the heart and root of the corruption. Only this time, you're face to face with your enemies, and they will get up close and viciously have their way with you. The Bakers are fueled with rage. Their vocabulary is conflicted and sinister, and their look will manifest in your nightmares. They've quickly become the first family of fear, and it all lends itself to the idea that Res 7 will change the face of horror forever. And mechanically, it handles pretty deftly. You have an inventory system all over again and have to solve various puzzle types, such as fitting a silhouette shape into an existing alcove and figure out how to remove a shotgun from a counterweight so you can leave a room. You can also combine items as before, creating healing liquid by using chemicals with herbs, and also converting gunpowder into shells. You only have limited slots as always, and you will still need to make use of storage containers scattered through the mansion to store your items. The aiming of weaponry is responsive and fluid, and while it does feel weighted compared to a Call of Duty or a Battlefield, you can achieve effective accuracy for head and body shots, but in a distinct Resident Evil way. It can be frustrating for regular first-person shooter players, however, with comparatively sluggish motions. The accuracy offered can be especially useful in the boss battle situations you'll regularly find yourself in, however, especially when you need to make use of the environment as well as the items in your backpack. The great thing about Res 7 is that it can make you feel powerless and powerful very seamlessly and believably. One minute you'll find yourself running away from an enemy, desperate to find a place to hide because they have the high ground or more superior weaponry, and in the next moment you'll find yourself in a situation where you can fight back fairly competently. The first person aspect also lends itself wonderfully to exploring a mansion. You still use maps to get around, but you'll have plenty of rooms to look around and explore, each offering something very different. Whether you're traipsing underneath creaky, rotted floorboards or looking at the finer angles of a pool table in the games room, there's plenty to pick up, collect and interact with, like picture frames and old boots. This isn't just a PT ribbing or the opportunity to jump on a bandwagon. This looks, feels, sounds and acts like a Resident Evil game, just told from an entirely different angle. And this all lends itself to the fact that this is the killer app PlayStation VR has been waiting for. The way the scenes have been shot and the camera angles designed is to create a truly horrifying experience for VR users. You'll feel like a knife might really be about to go into your eye and feel your nose itch when you've got a horrid creature bearing down on you. Sure, Resident Evil 7 is launching on other platforms, but the virtual reality experience is for real and opens the door to other franchises to really make use of this technology to great effect. Resident Evil 7 is bold and ambitious, but it takes all the right risks with an intellectual property that has desperately needed a shot in the arm. It's unnerving and it's unsettling, but it is the satisfying return to form that Capcom have been working so hard to attain. So to summarise, on the pro side, it is gritty and it's a visceral setting backed up with brutal violence. The atmosphere and ambience is a real return to form for Rez. It's a smooth transition to first person from third person. It's fun puzzle solving still, and it is the killer app for PlayStation VR, no question. On the cons, there are some sluggish movements sometimes that does make it a bit frustrating in clutch situations, particularly the boss battles as aforementioned. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on the Resident Evil series and Resident Evil 7 if you've been taking the time to check it out, and we'll see you next time.